Hi, third graders. Today's the day. We're going to build your bird beak. So you've chosen the type of beak that you're going to build. A hooked beak or a long beak or a cone-shaped beak. You've made sure that the type of beak matches the food. And now we're going to build it. And I want us to really focus today on the properties of the materials that you're going to use. Let's look at the materials you're allowed to have. Cardboard. If you're at school, I will provide cardboard to you. If you're at home, you might need to find some cardboard. I ripped off the top of a box, or I also have a cardboard box and I could just use part of it for my project. Pipe cleaners. I sent home some pipe cleaners in your science kit. Toothpicks. I sent home several toothpicks in your science kit. Plastic forks, spoons, and knives. I did not send those home. If you have some, you can use them. If you don't have plastic forks, spoons, or knives, you can use metal ones if you're at home. Rubber bands. I put lots of rubber bands in your science kit. Tape. I did not give you any tape, but if you're at school, I will provide tape. If you're at home, you can either use regular Scotch tape or you can use masking tape. Craft sticks. I gave you several craft sticks if you're at home. Paper. You have your own paper. You can use regular paper. You could use recycled paper, any kind of paper. And aluminum foil. I did not send home aluminum foil, but I think you probably have some around the house. Now the next thing is connecting these materials to the beak that you've designed. I want you to really think about the properties of these materials, right? The pipe cleaner is very flexible and it's fuzzy, so that's kind of interesting. Rubber bands are very good at stretching, but they're also good at connecting things. You could use them as a way to connect something. The toothpicks are very thin and also easily broken so that you could make them smaller if necessary. They're also sharp. The paper is very flexible and it can be folded into different shapes. The cardboard is a little stiffer, but it can still be cut and put into different shapes. I am adding one additional material that you can use, and that is a straw or several straws if you need them. I forgot to put those on the list. I want you to be creative about using materials. And I'm going to give you an example. A couple of years ago, I had a student who built a beak like this. And I was quite confused about what the type of beak this was. And she said to me, well, it is a filtering beak. This is the type of bird that would scoop up water and filter out the small plants and animals that are in the water. And when you look at it and you see the little pieces of cardboard, it really is a way to filter the water. So while I did not see this immediately as what that was, this person got a 4 on their beak because it was a really creative and interesting way to use materials. So think about the properties of the materials as you're doing your build. Make sure to fill out the steps that you follow as you build. Make sure to see if you're able to move your beak, to pick something up in the way that you designed your beak. And then what would you improve? You know what? The iPhone 12 is on its 12th iteration. The first iPhone was pretty darn good, but they continue to make it better and better. So what is something that you could do to make your bird beak better? What would you change? And on the back, include a drawing of what you would improve on your bird beak. It is required that you have an improvement. I hope you guys have enjoyed building bird beaks and learning about birds, beaks and their structures and how they're adapted to help that bird survive in that environment. See you next week, Cougars.